Doctors say children develop their intellect most significantly during the first decade of their lives, but they don't develop to the same extent. Some develop faster than others, even twice the speed of the rest. They are considered gifted children. They can write novels, memorize the entire atlas, and have IQs measured in triple digits. Tonight, we talk to 4 children who are whiz kids in their own right.
My dream is that I'm on TV on my very own show, just for me. I'll ride on a zebra, talk to the horse, while all the people sing in chorus.
Alexandra and Ashley are as close as 2 sisters should be. They have the same toys, books, and even share the same room. But the 2 also have one important thing in common, a superior mind. 10-year-old Alexandra once joined her school science fair, where she competed against older kids who were all honor roll students. Despite her being a much younger contestant, Alexandra won first place. Her winning experiment dealt with a subject that even adults don't consider: how music affects the brain's ability to think. Alexandra says her inspiration for the project came from theories based on her own experience, which she tried to prove through the experiment.
Well, I got a new Walkman for Christmas, and when I listened to music, I couldn't really I got many mistakes on my homework. So I was seeing if the music did that, or if I just didn't study or something.
Her mother, a cardiologist practicing in the United States, is obviously proud of her daughter.
She did it on her own. You know, I was even surprised about the topic that she chose because I thought it was so sophisticated for somebody her age.
Yeah. This is my point.
Alexandra also has a talent in poetry writing. A poem she wrote was published in a book.
The mind is full of many mysteries, and there's many things unexplored about it. The humans only use about half of their brain, and half of it remains unexplored.
Alexandra's younger sister, Ashley, is also a talented writer. She delights in scaring people with stories on the supernatural. One of her novels on ghosts was chosen as a class entry to a story writing competition.
It's just that I really like ghost stories. I have a whole collection, 17 books, ghost stories.
You like reading ghost stories?
Yeah, I always read them at night, kind of.
You don't get scared?
Yeah, because it's good for some people to get scared once in a while.
The teacher was very impressed because she had a lot of conversation and dialogues in it, which is unusual for children their age.
There was nothing unusual in the way Alexandra and Ashley de Padua grew up. Aside from competing in a tough school, Alexandra and Ashley also had to adjust to living in the United States, where they moved when Alexandra was 2 years old. They come home regularly to the Philippines to visit their maternal grandfather, former Concon delegate and publisher Napoleon Rama. Their mother says it was probably her brand of discipline that made the 2 kids excel as achievers at an early age.
We don't allow them to watch television during the weekdays. They have to look for something else to entertain themselves, and they found it in books.
You don't like television?
Well, we like it, but when we're home, we can't watch for the whole week or something. So what we do in that time is read, play the piano, go swimming, and study. So that's what's good. That's what helps us learn. It's us reading science fiction, anything. So they can't sit in front of the television all day and waste their lives in front of those. They could be reading something really good.
9-year-old Richard Escanlar also likes to read. But unlike most people, he can remember everything he reads, word for word. He has a photographic memory. At age 1.5, Richie had already memorized the alphabet. At 2, he could read and spell simple words. By the time he was 3, Richie could read encyclopedias, newspapers, short stories, and had memorized the names of all the Asian countries. Today, his knowledge of geography may even be better than the average adult. He has memorized the map of the world, all its countries, even its flags. Psychologists at the UP Special Education Department declared him a certified genius.
Na-find out na talagang genius siya kasi yung IQ niya nasa 100 plus, saka very highly superior lahat ng ratings niya. 4 years old siya noon, ang kanyang mental ability, mental age equivalent niya is 7.8 na, so almost 8 years old na.
The Philippine Association for the Gifted is a group of parents and medical experts who look for gifted children or kids with an IQ of 128 points and higher. Since the PAG opened in 1994, it has identified at least 20 gifted Filipino kids. Dr. Leticia Ho is Vice President for Psychology at PAG. She says IQ is still the best indicator of giftedness. But she clarifies IQ is not the only consideration.
The extreme interest in books, for example. But these are not just developmental milestones. These are already advanced interests in certain tasks, which we consider to be things which children who are older would zero in on.
Dr. Ho thinks that gifted children are born as geniuses. She believes genius cannot be acquired by training. She says it is an innate gift that must be developed further.
We would have a lot of children who seem to have a lot of potential at birth, but did not ever get to develop them, these potentials, because of very poor environment, very poor materials, lack of motivation, or sometimes the parents really didn't know what to do with the child and the child's gift.
Parents claim that their child's speedy mental progress can be attributed to their exposure to books at an early age, sometimes as early as before they are even born.
If basically there is no genetic aspect, then I don't think that would make the child gifted per se. It could probably help, but I think you'd still have to fall back on something which is more innate.
While parents of gifted children may be pleased with their kids' mental abilities, some worry over their child's ability to be accepted by their peers. At a time when social acceptance means being like everyone else, being special even in a positive way can isolate a child from kids his age.
Ang impression na ibinibigay niya sa peer group, superior personality, no? Superior type of personality. Gifted din siya in a sense na I would also consider him as a gifted child kung kaya niyang mag-adjust sa peer groups, no? Mag-a-appear siya na someone na hindi mayabang or, arrogante.
It's a problem Richie Escalar has had to cope with. Sometimes he resents being called a genius, but he says he has learned to deal with it the way kids usually do.
Binabalba ko lang sila. Ginagantihan ko. Tinutukso ko nila sa mga crush nila. Yan.
For Richie, there is both a good and a bad side to being called a genius.
Kung mabuti kasi medyo nakakilala sa akin. Kaso medyo masama rin kasi parang magkakaroon ako ng overconfidence.
They're so overconfident that they don't study as much as they should, you see. And sometimes they just flaunt it. And what happens is that people don't like them.
Ellen Naluz is a psychometrician at the Philippine Christian University where she monitors the intellectual development of students. She's discovered numerous gifted children in her 8 years at PCU, using standardized psychological tests which measure the children's IQ level. Naluz has observed that a high IQ does not always guarantee academic excellence for a child.
So you have to consider several factors like the teacher-student relationship, That's number one. Number two is the facilities of the school.
Giftedness is almost always associated with intelligence. But psychologists like Dr. Ho clarifies that even extraordinary talent can be considered a gift.
Times 7 is equal to 42. Plus 2 equals 44.
Take, for instance, 9-year-old Iman Suarez. When he was 3 years old, Iman was already a soloist at the Central United Methodist Choir. Iman also has superior IQ and is a consistent honor student at his school. Despite his accomplishments, 9-year-old Iman considers himself well accepted by his peers.
They don't make me different from others. If we are friends, we play. Sometimes we study together.
Gifted kids are usually aware of how special or unique they are. But they believe that with hard work and concentration, even other kids can be as outstanding as they are.
Dapat po tutok na tutok sa pagbabasa. Hindi lang po basta binabaliwala mo lang yung pagbabasa. Parang page by page lang binibris mo. Tinitig lang yung pictures. Kaso dapat i-bound mo sa ulo. To the parents, I'd like to say that you can't let there's a line between being too strict and just right. My parents are perfect. They let me study. They don't push me too hard, or they don't baby me.
Every parent dreams of having gifted children, but it isn't something that parents can achieve by pressuring their kids to do better. As psychologists say, the best environment for a child, whether gifted or not, is one that is friendly, loving, and above all, fun.